morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, March 1st. I'm here at the HVAC company where I pick up scrap. And looks like we got a couple hot water tanks and a furnace. So the scrap game continues. Go check it out. Not bad. I like that. Seducer. Alright, let's get it loaded up. Alright, everybody, back home, and drive home was fine. I got all my scrap home safe and sound. Just sitting outside right now. It's so wet and rainy outside. I'm not going to deal with it for a little while until the rain stops. So it's about 1:30 right now. It's almost 2 p.m. So I've just been down here dealing with messages and stuff and from eBay. And I still haven't gotten to packaging my stuff. But the thing that I was dealing with was I ended up sending a wrong item to someone. So it was a motor, and I sent them the wrong motor. And I have done this before in the past, like maybe once, where I've sent them the wrong item. So what you have to do is you immediately go onto eBay and cancel the listing of the thing that you sent them. And then you just have to work it out. So I'm trying to do that right now. Hopefully they write back to me and we can work something out. I probably just have to send them their item and the thing that I sent them. I might just tell them to dispose of it, keep it and dispose of it. Anyways. What I'll do is I'll show you guys what I sold. It was a great day yesterday. I had a lot of good sales. And sold another one of these guys. It was from my last video. This is the second one that I had. And that is an EMI filter. Electromagnetic interference filter. So that's the second one I've sold. $40. It's going to Ontario. Next is a microwave plate, $19.95. This is what I sold it for, and that's just a smaller one. It's about 11 and 3/8 inches. So that's how I list these things. If I can find a part number for them, I definitely put that on the listing. But mainly, I just go by the diameter of the plate. That was $20. I sold the keyboard last night. It's a PS2 keyboard, so it just has the old style pins right before the USB USB connectors came out. So that's just a regular keyboard, nothing special. $17 I sold that for. And this was from a video a little while ago. I got these. I have another one like this, and I sold this one here, $26.95, and this one, what was I going to say? It was from a clean-out job that I did of a small business in town, so they gave me two of these. So the $26.95 is a good price. And, yeah, so that one was good. Next, what I sold was, this is a lot of McDonald's hockey trophies. So there's 6 of them in here. You can see there. So they come with they have little cards that come with them. So I sold this whole set for $35. And I was hanging on to this for a while because it's not a complete set. There's like a little stand that these can all sit on top of. So I was looking around to get that stand, but I couldn't find it. And even if I could find it, I would have to buy it. So I didn't want to have to put in any extra money, so I just sold the lot as is. And it sold within 24 hours of me listing it. So surprisingly, sometimes these McDonald's toys, they can be, there's collectors out there for them. Lastly, last thing I sold was a cat. I sold my first cat on eBay. And yeah, I'll show it to you now. Meow. catalytic converter. So where I live, there's nowhere you can bring these where they'll give you a good price. I've looked and looked. I know of a couple places, but they really don't give you a very good price for it. So if you don't know, this is a catalytic converter from a car, and there's a lot of precious metals inside of them. You got platinum, palladium, rhodium, a whole bunch of other ones too. So there's like a honeycomb inside there, and so that is where all the precious metals are. It's just like a nice big comb. So when you're going to sell these, sell them like this. Don't cut it open to take out the comb, because people who buy these want to know what it looks like, and they want to know, so that way they can judge how much precious metal content is inside. There's lots of, so this is the first one that I've sold on eBay. This came from, I have a black Saturn sitting in my driveway right now that I bought as a parts car. I'm going to take it apart and sell parts. I bought it for $200, so this is the first thing that I've sold from that car. So I sold it for $70 to $69.99 plus the shipping, and it's going to the States. It's going to, I think it's Pennsylvania. So that was a neat little sale. Yeah, and their username is like catalytic converter buyer or something. So they're really, that's what they do. They buy these things. So eBay has a lot of rules when you're selling these things. You can't sell them. This is what I know. Okay, don't do your own research, of course. So this is what I know. You can't sell them you can't sell used cats to be used on a car. So you have to make sure you're selling them only as scrap. Second, they don't want you to put in the listing what car it came from. So it's kind of, so what I did in the title, I put scrap catalytic converter, and I put domestic. So it's from a domestic car, and because there's a big difference between the export cats and sorry, did I say that right? The foreign cats and the domestic cats. There's a big difference. Once you start getting into some foreign cats like BMWs or some other names, you're looking. Sometimes you'll sell these for like $300 or $400 each. It gets a little crazy, but it's just a regular domestic cat. So $70, I think it's pretty cool. I won't come across too many. I have one in my shed right now that's from my old Dodge. So I'll probably put that on eBay as well. See what I can get. So that's what's sold for today. And from here, I'm just going to do the packaging and maybe tinker around outside, fiddle around with some scrap. All right, guys. We'll see you soon. Thanks. Alrighty, the wife left the post office, bringing my packages to the post office. And this is what I got at the scrapyard. Just 3 hot water tanks, and with the valves on them, and little bits of copper and brass on the tops. Nice motor on this guy. I actually have a listing already for that type of motor. Down here, we just got a little bit of scrap metal, little bits and pieces. Couple pieces of pipe. I'm going to take the valve off for brass, and then just another couple of pieces of brass and copper, just random by itself. A little piece of aluminum. Take the screws off that guy. And this is the furnace that I got. Alright, so it's complete. All the pieces are there. I'm going to fire it up and see what happens to it. So yeah, this might be good or not. We'll see. And then after that, this bucket here is just is from my basement. So when I'm working in the basement, I just throw stuff in here. Like that fan, for example, was from a couple videos back that I got that from a clean out job, and doesn't sound very good, so I'm going to scrap it out. And there's other stuff, bits and pieces, like I take apart, like the Wi-Fi card, routers and all that stuff, and hard drives. So I just put it all in a bin, and then when it gets full, I haul it up the stairs and bring it outside. That's part of it too. So I'll go through that today. Inside here, my wife. I mention her a lot. She's a big part of my business. So yeah, she went to the bin last night, and this is what she brought back. So it's just a big spaghetti mess of wire. I'm gonna sort through all of this, see if there's anything good inside here. AC adapters, and just a big bag of phones. I've mentioned this before, I just get so many of these phones. I should be looking at them more closely to see if I can resell them or not, because I know you can get a little bit of money off of these things. I get a lot of these smoke detectors too. What I do with those is I save them and I put them in a box, and I recycle them at a household hazardous waste place. So because they have a little bit of I guess some of them, or all of them, have like radioactivity in them. Yeah, you see there, little radioactive symbol, radioactive material inside. So you have to. It's wise not to recycle those properly. I have no idea what this thing is. This is kind of interesting. It's really dusty here. Hang on a second. Never seen something like that before. It's like a remote TV. I guess a TV remote control. Maybe missing a piece there. Okay. Oh no, that's just for for charging it. It's like a little charging station here. Anyways, that's really neat looking. I'm gonna take a closer look at that guy, see if it works. Got some other remote controls too. Yeah, that was it. But this is an above, like underneath the counter type of deal. It looks like a CD player. Space Maker AM FM stereo CD player. And I know those can be valuable, for resale. A lot of the times, a lot of stuff I get in the bin, this one's garbage, I think. A lot of the stuff I get in the bin, people, they just don't want it anymore. Not so much that it's broken, but that they just say, oh, we remodeled, just don't like it anymore, so they donate it. Often, I find a lot of the stuff I get in my bin, the stuff just works. Uh-oh. Stuff just works perfectly fine. Maybe not anymore. Maybe that's where the remote sat. Remote control. Is that it? Oh yeah, that's the remote control for it. Cool. A little magnet there. So that's what I'm doing out here. I'm just sorting through some more stuff. See if I can find any diamonds in the rough. And first I'll scrap out these hot water tanks. I thought I'd show you the easiest way to take off these valves if you're ever interested. So it has this little threaded piece on the bottom that comes off pretty easily with an adjustable wrench. And then so after that, to get these off, they're pretty tough sometimes. So what I use is I have a piece of I guess that's 1/2 inch threaded pipe. And so you just screw it back into the valve gas thing. So you just go in there and you just tighten her up, and so it's just righty tighty, lefty loosey, and you just go down on it really hard like that. Get that junk out of the way. So you can do this if you ever need to repair your hot water tank too, your valve. And so I just have it really short enough so I can, it just goes all the way around like that. There we go. There's our valve. So we got a nice piece of brass there on the end of it, as well as a big piece of cast aluminum. So that will work for the other ones too. Just continuing scrapping out these hot water tanks, and so this is what I do to counteract these things spinning around. So I just have this big long pole through here, and it's through the relief valve hole. See right there? So I just have it sticking right through here, and that will counteract the spinning of it. So you just have that, you can even put this up like against the side of a building or something, you know. So then I have my monkey wrench on here, and what I'm going to do is just put this thing on the end of it, and just hopefully it'll just crack right off. So I got lots of torque here. Nice and easy. I barely have to put any effort into that. There we go. Super easy. That's how I do it. All done with these 3 hot water tanks. I'll show you what I scrapped out of it. These are bits and pieces of copper and brass. So I got 3 relief valves, pieces from on top of the hot water tank here. And these are copper, but these ones are brass with copper pipe inside of it. So that'll just go in as just brass. And I was thinking, like, you could unsolder this if you really wanted to. You know, you just save them all up, and you can do them all at once if you want. Take little bits of copper out. A little bit more brass. And I got 3 gas valves. These 2 are the same here. And so they're good for aluminum and some brass on it. And this one has like a circuit board on it. It's a bit more fancy. And then I got a couple other parts that I'm going to try and sell. So this was a pressure switch and the igniter and flame sensor. And this is the motor that came out of this part here. So the motor just sits right in there. And so there's a lot of wiring that came with it as well. And that's some more wiring from the hot water tank. Yeah, so this one looks pretty rough, as you can see. It's a little bit rusty, but it still spins okay. I'm going to just test it out, hook it up to a power supply, and see how it sounds. So I had to cut the wires to get it out there. So I have 3 hot water tanks. That's not too bad for all that. And then so the hot water tanks themselves, you know, probably around $5 or $6 each in scrap, shreddable steel value. It's 11:30 at nighttime, so I'm gonna go to bed now. My day's been pretty good. I just sold a couple things that I have already packaged up. One of them is a furnace inducer motor from a York furnace, and so you see here's the things that have been packaged up already. So yeah, I sold that for $90, and that was a nice little sale. I'm happy about that. The other thing that I sold is this guy here. This is a Great Stuff expansion foam gun, and I sold it for $30. I took a best offer of $30. I have them listed at $38. So the story with those is that I bought about 10 of them all at once from a Habitat for Humanity store. They were having a sale that day, and I was able to get them for $10 each. So I bought them all. I paid $100 for these things, and so I've been selling them pretty steady, you know. So it was one of those things that, you know, spend a little bit to make more. So yeah, I've been averaging between anywhere between $38 to $25 each. So it's been an okay sale, and so I only have one left. They've pretty much all of them are gone except for one. So have a road trip tomorrow. One of those mistakes that you make as an eBay seller. It's only happened to me once before. So as I mentioned before, I shipped the wrong motor to someone. Now it's going to be a road trip, so like I was saying, it's this guy lives about 45 minutes away from me. He's close. He's in town, so that's good. So I arranged. So I've just been messaging with him all day. Well, ever since he got home from work, so ever since like 5 o'clock, we've been messaging back and forth ever since then. And so I'm going to go to his house. I'm going to bring him his motor that he bought and take back the other one. It's the washing machine motor. It's this thing here. I'll show you. So it's this guy here. Actually, I sold this I showed it in a couple videos back. And it was funny then, I mentioned this one. I said, oh, I have another one for sale, and it has like a big electronic circuit board on it. Well, that's the one right there. See, it has the board. I was supposed to ship that to him. Anyways, you know, I'm not afraid to share my mistakes. You know, it's all part of being a seller. It's all fun. So we're gonna have a little road trip. Go over there, and you know, he seems cool with it. He said he was a little bit disappointed, you know, but I'm sure he's gonna be just fine with it. I'll leave the car running at the end of his driveway just in case. Oh, anyway, so I'm just going over. I just made some new listings tonight, and that funny little thing here. I'll show it to you. This is a remote control. You see, it's working. Everything. Where is it? Menu button. Anyway, so it's like a universal remote. So this was dropped off in my bin. So I'm gonna, you know, connect a few things. See, look, the little Wi-Fi symbol going up. I'm gonna connect, try and connect something to it. Like I was saying before, I often get people drop off all kinds of stuff in my bin. Maybe the battery's not holding a charge very much. I'm not sure, but it's not uncommon for people to drop off perfectly good working electronics at my drop-off bin. So this is just one more thing. So I've been doing a little bit of research on it on Fleabay, and yeah, you can see some of the prices on these things. There's 138 Canadian, and this is 132. So these are the higher priced ones, but there's quite a few that have sold for around that range. This is the highest priced one because of the shipping. But yeah, if you know what I mean. And there has been 203 results, so it's a very popular item. So that's cool. Even if it's for parts of repair, apparently they're still selling. If you set it at parts and repair. So it is Thursday, March 2nd, and I got a little road trip to do today. I got to bring this to a customer, and they live about 50 minutes away. A little bit of a cold spell last night, so everything's kind of stiff and frozen. So I bring that to the customer over in so on the other side of the river. So that's about 15-minute drive. And I forgot I have all this stuff in the back of the truck. So I'm going to drop this off at the scrap yard real quick, and then we'll start driving. Beautiful February day today. A lot of snowdrift coming over the road today. Alright everyone, I'll give you a brief synopsis what's going on. I didn't go to the scrapyard, and what happened was I forgot that I had a Kijiji sale this morning, and it was a boat anchor that someone was going to come over and buy today. And for the life of me, we could not find this stupid thing. It's outside somewhere in a snowbank or something. I don't know, we can't find the silly thing. So and so that time I spent, I didn't have time to go to the scrapyard, so I had to empty out the 3 hot water tanks out of the back of my truck and the furnace. I had to empty out all that stuff and just come straight over here to the to my eBay sale that I messed up to, the motor that I sent him the wrong motor. So I'm over here now. I'm going to give him the right motor, and you know, so Christine, my wife, she texted me and she said that we tried to message the guy about the boat anchor, saying that we couldn't find it, but it was too late. He already showed up at our house, and he was annoyed. But she said he was nice. Yeah, it's another mess up. It's frustrating. We told him that when we find it in the springtime, we'll definitely bring it over to his house, and we'll deliver it to him. So that's the best we can do. I mean, it sucks. Like I feel like it's been a bit of a rough week with a few mess ups and returns and stuff. But you know, when you have a business, this is going to happen. And I think it's best just to think of it like, you know, when you feel like you've had a couple bad transactions go down, and all of a sudden you just feel, and all of a sudden another one happens, you're just more susceptible to having it affect you negatively. So you just can't let it happen. You know, I'm still loving it. I'm still having a great time doing this, and I'm not going to stop. It's just another learning experience. So without further ado, I'm just going to roll up to this guy's house and exchange the motors. There we have it. We're all done. I got the motor back. This is the one that I sent him. There it is. I'm not going to take it out. Anyways, so it was pleasant enough, you know. It's just like, hey, how you doing? He was fine. So he's canceled the return request on eBay and everything. So it's an easy resolution. I mean, normally what I would have done is I would have just, if this was on the other side of the country, for example, I would have just sent him the other motor, and I wouldn't have asked for this to come back to me. I would have just said, just keep this. You know, I didn't pay any money for this. It's my loss. You know, something like this would happen. Anyway, so I got this back. I'm going to repost the listing because I was trying to sell this for $70. So I'm going to put that back up, and they are selling. Actually, I made a mistake on this particular listing because I didn't put the right part number. I just didn't have the part number for this motor up on the listing. So a whole bunch of them have been selling, and I've been stuck with this one for a long time now, over a year. So that's good. So I'm just gonna, actually my mom lives pretty close to this area, so I'm just gonna go visit with mom and drop in and say hi. All right, back home. Mom wasn't home, so I just came straight back home here. And I found a little stroller on the way home. These are always an easy flip, especially this one. It's pretty nice. It's pretty heavy duty, guys. It almost looks like you know, it almost looks like a something for some like a child with special needs, like that kind of a wheelchair. Or maybe I'm just thinking it's got like a big lumbar piece here. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'll have to look into that. If it is like a special needs thing, you know, that's just, you know, I always have a hard time selling stuff that like wheelchairs or items for elderly people. I don't know. I have a hard time with it because I feel like if I find it, I should just give it to people. But, you know, I'll look into this. I got to make a buck too, you know. So with that, I just have all this scrap out here still, and I'm not going to bring it to the scrapyard today. All right, I just turned around. I saw this little fridge over here. Whoa, there's a bus. Oh, I better back it up here. All right, we're going to back her up and get this fridge over here. Someone's dropping off a little bit of... Someone's leaving a scrap out for me. There we go. Let's go see it. Ooh, look at that. You don't see that anymore. That's nice. Works. Crap. I also just picked up those bookshelves that were also there. Grab my magnet here. Let's take a look at this bed frame here. This looks nice. Jeez, look at that. Oh, it sticks. This part isn't sticking though. So it's steel. Just a steel bed frame. Should I grab it? It's underneath all this crap here. You know? I'm gonna pass. Alright, I'm just in town here. I dropped off my parcels at the post office, and as you saw, I just picked up a couple things that I saw on the side of the road. And I'm going to check out my bin here and see if there's anything at the bin. It is icy here. Jeez, I can barely walk. A bunch of goodies down there. I know who drops off this sort of stuff is a friend of mine. He's always tinkering with stuff. This looks like his. Alright, it's not bad. I just did a little U-ey over here, a little U-turn, because I see a pile of stuff over here. Sorry, the sun's in the way. You won't be able to see it, but I saw a moving truck in this little complex here the other day, and right now there's just a big pile of stuff. Let's go check that out and see what we get. Alright, got a bike, paint cans, like some good stuff in there. Well, not really, a couple pieces. What's this? Printer. Maybe I'll take that. Nothing too good here today. Oh, that's it. Back home. Go on, Haley. Come on. Found a few things just by going to the post office. Found a little refrigerator, bicycle, a couple pieces of aluminum. Oh, that's not. Actually, that's new. Huh. Interesting. So that's new in the plastic. A little printer, a whole bunch of other stuff down in here. Cool. So that's just from going to the post office, and some bookshelves too that my wife wanted me to get for us. And so you can tell that this is just the dog days of wintertime. You can imagine what it's like in the springtime, in the summer. You know, people have stuff at the end of their driveway all the time. All right, it's 10 o'clock at night, 10:15. I'm going to wrap up my video for today I'll show you guys what I sold on eBay. All right, first thing is this little timekeeping RAM. It's a brand named Dallas, and it's called timekeeping RAM, 24 pin. It's kind of like an IC chip. So I think it's vintage. So it's pretty hard to find. But apparently it's sought after, because I sold this little tiny guy for $30 all by himself. And I bought this at an auction a while back, and it was I got a whole bunch of IC chips, and so I sold them all. Majority of it, I have sold all of it together in a big lot a little while back. Made a decent money off of it, but then I picked out little pieces here and there that I thought I could sell by itself. So that's what I did. All I did was just punched in the serial numbers into Google, and I just try and do some research and try and find out some good ones. But the majority of those IC chips, it's pretty small. It's like $8 here, $6 here, but not this guy. I managed to get $30 off of him. This is it's just your regular old transformer. This is called a foot mount transformer. I got that from a furnace. Sold him for $16.95. I get these things all the time, and yeah, it's a nice sale. It's the second one that I sold, $26.95. So I have two of them. This is the last one. Sold them again, so $26.95. Lastly, furnace inducer motors. Really good sales. I mean, without these things, I think I'd probably be printing out my resume, because this is like the jewel of everything that I sell. I'm just without these, it's, I don't know what I would do. But anyways, I sold this one for $150 today. This is from a furnace, obviously. So I'm still getting a lot of furnaces from my HVAC pickup, and you know, it's the time of year. Things are still breaking down, and people need to replace their furnaces still. The winter's not over. In the summertime, obviously, summertime. You're not heating, so it's going to slow down quite a bit. Last year, I still remember getting a furnace here and there, but yeah, summer is a good time to stock up on these things and get my inventory higher for the next coming heating season. So that was it for today. Just those things, and yeah, but it was good sales. I'm happy. I always kind of strive for that $200 mark, so I made that today for sure. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed the video. As you can see, I'm just using a new setup with this camera. I'm just trying to try and improve every day. Every video I feel like I'm getting better and better, and I'm definitely in a little routine now where I like to kind of videotape everything. I'm not too sure where I'm going with the videos. I guess it's like a bit of a vlog or a video log, but I'm having a good time making them. And if you have any comments, please make sure you let me know, and please make sure you like and subscribe my video. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next time.